this young fella.
They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Keeps it on the bootleg. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. And the Coyotes will hustle to the line. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. The Coyotes line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Touchdown! Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did its job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Off the play fake on first down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? So, guys, over the last few years, there have been seismic changes to college football. Realignment, name, image, and likeness. But one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy or in a situation where they see something that they'd rather be in, now you can leave, and there is no penalty. So a lot of recruiting, Jesse, on other people's teams that go on throughout the season.
Yeah, it's 365, and it's a lot of pressure on coaches to re-recruit their own players as well to try to keep those rosters intact. But the transfer portal completely flips rosters upside down. One team that struggles this year, if they get one key addition, it's a team potentially competing for a national championship next season.
Snags it over the middle. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. To the ground with the back. And the Coyotes will move the sticks with the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The sure hands, it's Wilkerson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He'll pull it down and run. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Coyotes head it quickly to the line.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it inside the 15. And he defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Dingoes!
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Wants to fire on second down. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. It's hard to say just let that thing hit the ground. Your instincts take over, but he would have been better off to let it fall.
No, you're right. Your inclination is to go catch it when the ball's in the air. But nice job. You're not going to get to the quarterback. You're not going to sack him. What do? Get your hands in the air, try to disrupt the throwing lane, and get a tip.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They'll run it from the gun. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. And the Coyotes want to move quickly. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Yeah, and third and short, it's a great place to be for an offense. You've got the whole playbook available, and they choose to pass it. The defense did a really good job playing the pass, and fourth down now, it's decision time for you.
He'll call for the fair catch here. First down for this offense. He wants to throw. He makes the connection. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They think there's room to run to the right here.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
He's going to run it. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Now they'll run it to the right here. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for an open area to his left. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Quick touch pass to the receiver. Got enough space.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a tight one so far in Columbus. They're up by 7 over Akron. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. The Coyotes moving quickly to the line. These corners backing off a bit. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. The throw. Quick strike complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Coyotes getting set on 1st and 10.
Well, not down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. The Coyotes are moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Inside the 25. Running through contact.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the 1st half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the 1st half.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And now the offense will come onto the field again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to move it through the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on second down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Handoff from the gun. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. And the Coyotes want to crank the tempo. Comes out throwing on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's going to pass. Looking to buy time. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. He's got the back in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. At the 40, there he goes. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Play number 9 on this drive. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pressure coming. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. We might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. The Coyotes will send out the punt unit. What a terrible, terrible shame. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Offense getting set for 1st down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Grabs it inside the 10. And it'll be a touchdown.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. These corners going to give them some space. The running back has it. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Coyotes will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Give to the running back. Still running at the 40. And he breaks into the open. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Using his legs to buy some time. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Splits the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Coming out with it, it's Flowers. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. 1st down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Firing to the right, complete. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Coyotes will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Scrambling away. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find the man. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They try to pop a run on the draw. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. He's piled up 87 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. He wants to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And the Coyotes will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. There he goes. Open it up. And the returner will be dragged down. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your...
Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Line gets set. 1st down. He'll start this drive firing. Pulls it in on the right. Trying to take it back. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Dingoes. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. He'll be brought down quickly. That's always the risk when you bring it out of the end zone. Do you make it to the 25 or not? In this case, not. Offense set on 1st down. Lost one deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. At the 35, he's open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Got his man quickly.
Yeah, and you see they keep creeping the running backs out in the flat right there. He slips them out to the right, gets him the football quickly. But this defense, man, I tell you what, you talk about speed, seeing things, reacting, and going and getting them on the ground. Really nice job.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. 1st down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Line getting set on 2nd down. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. He makes the catch. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They go to the ground. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down. The Coyotes want to pick up the tempo. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to bully their way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And they'll try to fight a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
He's looking to throw. He wants it all. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start, offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a 1st down play. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Powers through the defender. Gives him a little breathing room, picks up 5, and gets it to the 7-yard line.
Brings up 2nd down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Quickly complete. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing...
Fires and picked off. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Dingoes! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Getting some heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble?
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down. That gives him 100 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Nice move there. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The hand to the running back. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Smashes it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Intercepted. Got room on the return. Tick, 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 tick. Clock winding down, and they're in for the touchdown.
Yeah, how about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Charlotte is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They are up by 12 over James Madison. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Trying play action. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Going up top on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Quarterback checking the play. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Looking for the end zone. Into the end zone for a touchdown to ratchet up the pressure late in this game.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Flowers. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. A 1st down for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Trying to pick up a first down. They go to the draw. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute, get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Between these iconic hedges, the field where some of college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. What a matchup we have today. Momentum has been building each and every week, and now these two undefeated teams will square off. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, a squad looking to put on a show. Taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. And this game will start with a kickoff going out of bounds and give this offense tremendous opening field position. You know, the field's about 53 yards wide. Got to kick it between those 53 yards, or else the drive will start on the 40. Hard running there. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back. And this defensive end can put him there often.
They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got it in the middle. It's Brewster. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Dances away to buy time. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. The field goal is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lovett. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Motion from the offense. Off play action. Caught behind the line. It's Humphries. Tackled after picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Etienne. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. This offense has a second down play. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. Fights off a defender. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover.
Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Georgia. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in the rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. UMass is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sam the Minuteman isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Missouri. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Might as well give it to him again.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Out of the backfield, he's open. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the misfire, now on second down. The give from the gun. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Quarterback adapting. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Looking to throw on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Bradford. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? They'll run the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on third down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He now has 80 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They want to throw it. Buying some time. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. You can't hear yourself think on third and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Back to pass, it's back. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got the quick pass. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Running back goes in motion. From the red zone, looking for a man. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball, too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
They keep attacking through the air. And he intercepts it. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. The play action fake. Quickly to the tight end. At the 45 on his way. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. Now sliding to his left. He'll try to do it himself. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
That's so frustrating. I got you in the perfect situation. I get you in 3rd and long, more predictable. I know it's going to be a pass, and then Houdini pulls the rabbit out of the hat, makes something happen, scrambles around, gets the first down. Goodness gracious, this guy's so good.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Throws to the wideout. Got it! So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half. You stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
To the air. It's back. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. After the incompletion on second down, it's third and inches. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lovett. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
On second down, just keeps firing. Finds his tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. The incompletion brings us to second and 10. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Lovett. They'll immediately call timeout. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Going right down the boulevard. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, men. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Athens. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the fellows between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
And the Dogs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage. And when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the ball is picked off. Looking for more. Touchdown, Dogs! How about that D coming up with a play like that? What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UMass sure is making the flagship proud today. What a spectacular performance on the offensive side of the ball. They're up 14 over Missouri. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down. Multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. And welcome to Athens, Georgia. Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. Today, a showdown between a pair of undefeated giants in a game that should have long-lasting implications. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, a group with a lot to prove here today. Taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now we'll get a look at this offense for the first time today. And as this star running back comes onto the field, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to get it. The defense knows it. Doing something about it is quite a different thing.
It's hard to stop him. It's hard to handle because he can do it in so many ways. He can run by you. He can run through you. He really has the whole package, and that's why he's a superstar, and that's why they'll feed him early and often.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Comes out throwing on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Floating away. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. This crowd bringing the energy and noise. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. It's a draw. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. To the air, it's back. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Georgia lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Starts to scramble to the left. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Wide receiver shows motion. Off the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And add another one to the tally. This guy leads the nation in sacks. The nation. He's the best pass rusher. Getting to quarterbacks, making life really, really hard. That's 2 on the day. Let's see how many he gets today.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, running back on the move. Nice move to stay on his feet. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They're going to ride this running back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Grab near the sticks. It's Bradford. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He's got his man.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Give to the single back. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy that's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
That's caught. It's Brewster. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get in the same play.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. UMass is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sam the Minuteman isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Missouri. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the returner goes down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Beck. He finds his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They're going to throw it again. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he got loose, it was all over.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a big play, 68 yards on the touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. That last big play has them in position to threaten here, 1st and 10 from the 37. Finds his man. It's Bradford. He's brought down solid. Pick up but a little bit short of the first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
He now has 80 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. They'll try the run. And he hammers his way in for a touchdown.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Bringing it back. And the returner will be brought down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really moves.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the ball will come to rest just inside the 40-yard line. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He's going to pass. Hit as he throws. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. He's looking on the right side. Into the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
How about the bomb by the offense? The Hail Mary, they go deep. The defense knows it's coming. But where are they? Where is the defense? You got to stay as deep as the deepest and make sure this doesn't happen. The Hail Mary to success.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Athens to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up 3rd and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage, great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
He'll to punt and try to pick up some yards. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. And now the offense will come onto the field again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Give to the back. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. He's got 93 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
At the 35, he's loose. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a 1st down. And this time they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. This is a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll send out the kicker here. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UMass sure is making the flagship proud today. What a spectacular performance on the offensive side of the ball. They're up 14 over Missouri. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide out in motion. Off the bootleg and rolling out. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little?
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And he falls on top of his own fumble. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The back goes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's loose. At the 30. Inside the 10. Into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this decent running back that can play wide receiver. You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Back to pass, it's back. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Got some room to run. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47.
Man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also, how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you can go up, pick it off for the defense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Wants to go up top. Coming after him. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. How about that pressure dialed up by the defensive coordinator and a third down sack? And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll leave it with him. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for a gap. It's Etienne. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Grab near the marker is Bell. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Georgia going back to work with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. They'll throw it on first down. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Makes the grab. It's Humphries. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They want to just keep throwing it. Catch in the middle. It's Lovett. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
PAT unit on the field. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They march 79 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end to line up for the onside kick here. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Here comes the offense on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the grab, and he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
Outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost them a big play on first down. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. This defense has stood tall, 3 bounds into the end zone for a touchdown. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated, whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking for a man. It's back. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Incomplete as the screen goes right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the tailback. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the 1st down and avoid settling for the field goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity to...
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and unleashes one deep. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't. And you keep running them and keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you saw him there, shot out of a cannon. He came off the edge using his speed, able to get that TFL.
And usually known for covering, but you got to understand circumstances, right? Like the red zone situations, I got to be able to come out of that defensive backfield and play the run.
They had to have it, and they got it. A touchdown late in this game.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's